we're going to be talking about the memorandum of the final paper. We did do a prediction for it, and if we look at it, we see that we have managed to reach 91% success. It means that only 9% of the things we talked about were changed on based on what we have tried to predict. So we thank you so much, you guys who tried to study with us, most especially the last minute. And then we are telling you that we will be having another discussion on Sunday, so that you're able to prepare for paper 2. All right. So it is M. Saidi as usual. Let me know if you have any question. You feel like you didn't maybe want to talk about, or I'm rushing and end up speaking something different which is supposed to be in other way, please let me know. Let's go, and then we start without wasting time. They're saying that, oh yeah, I told you that your mother cannot cook and then you become hungry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that we cannot teach you on Thundereduc and then you end up failing the what? Failing the paper. All right, let's start without wasting time. They're saying that the part of amniotic egg that provides nutrients to the developing embryo. So we say that that is the yolk. So you get 2 marks there. And then they're saying that which gland is responsible for secretion of prolactin. So prolactin is being secreted by the pituitary gland. So that is 2 marks there. So you get 2 marks there. They're saying that after an accident, a person can still walk. They can still walk, but has a poor coordination, poor control, and coordination. So remember, there is control and then there is coordination. So control, remember, walking is an involuntary action because of the involuntary muscles. You understand? So it means that it is being controlled by the cerebrum and then it's being coordinated by cerebellum. So it means that the part of the brain which we are looking for, it must be cerebrum for controlling the involuntary action and then coordinating the involuntary movement to be that. So the answer becomes C. Yes, so C becomes the most correct answer. Then we go to the next question. They are saying that the cranial and the spinal nerves are part of the dash nervous system. That is the peripheral nervous system. I don't want to go back to the distinction material book because we just want to discuss about what we talked about, because we showed you everything which is most likely to be in the paper. All right, we go the peripheral nervous system. So the answer becomes B. So you get 2 marks there. Then they are saying that someone is saying that the paper was easy. Okay, I also accept that the paper was easy, but don't take it for granted. All right, they're saying that the following changes occur at puberty. Okay, growth of facial hair. They're saying that depending of the voice, onset of the menstruation, and oily skin. All right. So they're saying that which one of the combination characteristics occurs due to the secretion of testosterone. Remember, testosterone is it controls the secondary sexual characteristics in male. So you cannot have onset of menstruation. So whatever there is 3, you cancel it out. So this one is out, this one is out, this one is out. So the remaining answer becomes C. So C becomes the most. You see, they're just giving you so that you guys can pass. Today, everyone must pass this paper. Yes. So it means that now I'm gonna have more nurses. Yes, because most of the people are covering this, they want to be nurses. So we're gonna have more nurses at the in our country. All right, we are saying that a man is fertile. A male is fertile if has semen containing a minimum of 20 million sperms per cubic centimeter, and at least 75% of the sperms are supposed to be active. So the table below shows the results of the sperm analysis for 4 semen sample. All right, we start. Okay, here you have 23. Okay, 23. They said at least for 20 20 million sperms. You see 20 million sperms. Yeah, 23, 23, 23. So all of these ones are fine. So meaning that this side there is no problem. But they say 30, 20, 25, 20, 15. But they said at least 75 because percent. If you say 100 minus 75, you get 25. So the answer must be 25, yes, and below. Then it means that you are safe. If you are above 25, then you are sick. You are inactive, meaning that you're gonna have problems with the fertility. Therefore, the only person who is here is A. So A becomes the most correct answer. They're saying that which one of the following is a cause of short-sightedness? Remember, short-sightedness, you are able to see objects which are near. You see, you are able to see objects which are near. So meaning that that is short. This is what? Near. Okay, cool. So if it is near, then the person who is far must be small. The object which is small, that's what we explained yesterday. Object which is small, meaning that the lens is supposed to be less convex. So this is far. So now they are saying that the lens, the eyeball is too short, but you are saying short sight, meaning that you are able to see objects which are near, but you won't be able to see objects which are what? You won't be able to see objects which are far. So they're saying that the eyeball is too short, the lens is unable to become less convex, the lens is opaque, this one is out, the surface of the eye is uneven, this one is out. So now we need to look at this and also look at this. So now if you are short sight and then the eyeball is like that, so it means that when you talk about someone who is near, they're saying which one of the following is a cause of short sight, meaning that you're able to see objects which are near, but you won't be able to see objects which are far. So it means that now the person, if the lens is like this, so the far object, we need the lens to be like this, and this one we call it less convex. You understand? So if the a far object, it means that if the eyeball is too short, check, the image is gonna form where? The image is gonna form, is supposed to form there. But now if the eyeball is too short, it means that the image is gonna form at the back. You understand? So meaning that for short sight, the image, if you are talking about the eyeball, the image is supposed to form around here. You understand? Meaning that the eyeball is too long, because now it's the small thing. Now when the light comes, instead of it can't reach here because the beam is too small. So this one is out. So it means that, remember, a far object, you're supposed to have a small lens, but they're saying that you're unable to become less convex, to be like this. So your lens is always gonna be like this, whether the beam is coming small from object which is far, or coming big from the big like this, from object which is near, is gonna remain big. It's like using a hammer to kill a mosquito. So it means that when you are killing a mosquito, you're supposed to use a slap, so a small lens. So but you can't do this. So therefore the answer becomes B. You understand? So you get your 2 marks there. Oh, someone saying B. All right, thank you. A person has a disorder where she is unable to secrete ADH, that is antidiuretic hormone. So if you are unable to produce ADH, so they're saying that it's most likely that the renal tubules will become more permeable. If you can't produce ADH, remember ADH is responsible for making the permeability of the renal tube. So, but you have less. So this one is out. The blood have a higher volume of water. How will it be having higher volume of water? This is out because you are not able to reabsorb it. Large volume of urine, correct. And then more water is reabsorbed back to, nope. So the answer becomes C. So you get your 2 marks there. Eagle are birds that lay their eggs and high up on the mountain cliffs and feed their young ones They feed their young ones once they hatch. The following is the list of reproductive strategies: internal fertilization, external fertilization, precocial, artificial, parental care, and then oviparous. So because they lay eggs, it is internal fertilization. Automatically, you know, the birds they don't fertilize the eggs when they are already laid. So it's external fertilization is out. Precocial development, they are not born prepared. That's why they are saying that they feed their young ones. So this one is also out. Parental care is correct. That's why they are looking after them. And then this is development is outside the female's body. So or the uterus. So it is this. So it's gonna be number 1, it's gonna be number 4, and it's gonna be number 5. So if you look at it, we look at 1, 4, 1, 4, and 5. So B becomes the most correct answer, and then you get 2 marks in that regard. Hey, question number 10. The flow diagram below represents the part of the homeostasis of compound X. Okay, compound X. Yeah, this is carbon dioxide, guys. Why? Blood increase in the concentration of what? X in the blood. The receptor in the what? Stimulated, then sends impulse to they are talking about carbon dioxide here. So it means that, remember, the concentration is increase the concentration of carbon dioxide, that is X. Okay, cool. The receptor in the neck, which we call the carotid artery, that's what I said yesterday. Carotid artery, yes, they will be stimulated, and then they will send the impulse because they send the impulse to medulla oblongata. Remember, medulla oblongata is the one which controls the heartbeat and then the breathing. So they send there so that you breathe more, you pump out carbon dioxide, and then the blood goes to the muscles to pick that carbon dioxide. So this is carbon dioxide, this is carotid artery, yes, and then this is medulla oblongata. So it means that is carbon dioxide, correct, is carotid artery, correct, is medulla oblongata. So C becomes the most correct answer. All right, so we continue. Oh, it's done, man. So it's 20 out of 20. If you have got 20 out of 20, clap your hands. Thank you so much for that achievement. Let's go to the terminologies of this. All right. I see that all these terminologies, we discussed about them. Let's just do very fast. Okay. Question number 1. They're saying that the inner lining of the uterus, endometrium, the brain disorder that results in the confusion and memory loss, Alzheimer's disease, the plant hormone that plays a role in falling of the leaf, we say this abscisic acid, the reproductive strategy where the fetus develops inside the uterus, develops inside, that is viviparous. Then they're saying that the type of vision which is both eyes are used, we say it is binocular. The part of the brain which joins the left and right hemisphere, corpus callosum. The membrane in the amniotic egg that collects nitrogenous waste, allantois. We say the hormone that a plant hormone that is used to control growth of weeds, auxins. So done. We talked about all of them. We continue. People, I'm seeing no kuleko. Yes, you are getting 18 out of 20. Thank you so much. Naledi, life of Naledi. Life of star. All right, yeah. Basically, I see 20 out of 20. Your name is like, you are saying 20 out of 20. Life of star. Life of Naledi. All right, thank you so much, guys. It is a great, even if you go to 15 out of 20, 14 out of 20, still is good. 12 out of 20, still good. Yeah, still good. You can still achieve. Yes. All right, we go to the next point. So I think, guys, here you also got 8 out of 8, or at least a minimum of 5 out of 8 at least. Yes. All right. If you got less than that, still we can still get more marks. All right, we are saying that a large number of male and female gametes are produced. When does it happen? We say that it is external fertilization. We get mostly in external fertilization. A plant defense mechanism, both A and B. We talked about them. Guys, make sure that you said A only, both A and B. We talked about this. Contributes to the movement of the sperm, both A and B. Both A and B. They're saying and. Yes, and B. So that is the answer, meaning that mitochondria and also the tail. We continue. Someone saying getting 8 out of 8. Congratulations. We talked about also this question. Let's continue and then we smash it. The diagram below represents the part of the menstrual cycle that occurs in the human embryo, human ovary. All right. Name the part of the menstrual cycle that represents in the diagram. So which part of the menstrual cycle is this? We call it the ovarian cycle because this is the development of the ovary. Development of the ovum, it happens in the ovary. So it becomes the ovarian cycle. Good. Remember, you have the uterine cycle, which involves the uterus, and the ovarian cycle, which involves the ovary. Then we're saying that what is A, what is A, what is B, and what is C. All right, let's find it out. What is A? We are saying that A is a mature Graafian follicle. Maybe you said Graafian follicle. Could also give you a mark, but it's better to say mature Graafian follicle. What is B? B is the ovum. And then what is D? This is the process of ovulation. What is C? This is corpus luteum. So now, what is A? We say the A is mature Graafian follicle. What is B? We say it is ovum, mature ovum or mature ovum. And then what is C? It is the corpus luteum. Name the hormone that controls the development of A. We talked about it. All right. The hormone which controls the development of A is follicle stimulating hormone. Hormone that stimulates the development of the follicle or Graafian follicle. They're saying that is secreted by A. We say that once this one develops, it secretes a hormone called estrogen. All right, cool. Then they're saying that stimulates the process D, which is ovulation, and then that hormone is LH, luteinizing hormone. Correct. Someone saying that, sir, what if I said B is the egg cell? I don't know. Maybe they will give you, but I don't know. Yeah, but it's better to say ovum. Yes. All right, we continue to the eye. We talked about this this question also. Let's smash it. I hope, guys, this one you got 7 out of 7. 7 out of 7. Congratulations if you got 7 out of 7. So you guys, don't forget that the memorandum has a lot of answers sometimes, so I can't talk about all the answers, so your answer could also be given a mark. You understand? Yes. All right, so we got the next question. They are saying that identify part D. Part D is munti here, which is pupil. All right, what is part E? Part E is the cornea. Yes. So we are done with that. Give the letter of choroid. It's the second layer. So I have the first layer, and then they have the second layer because they have the third layer here. The third layer is the retina. So it is F. F is the choroid. So F, it's the choroid. And then iris. Iris is these C. So these are the iris. So C is the iris. They're saying that name 2 different receptor found in in the retina. So it means that you are talking about the cones and the rods. Yes, cones and rods. Right. Then they are saying that give only the letter of 3 parts that are involved in accommodation. Remember, I said that in accommodation involve the lens, the suspensory ligament, and the ciliary muscles. That's why I emphasized it yesterday. I emphasized that this is the... All right. Thank you. I got confused in exam, but the paper was... Someone got... Nah, lady, the star. All right, thank you. So you see now, we say that 1.5.4 we said it is G, so it's G. It is which letter is this? It's B. It's B, which is the ciliary muscles. It's B, and then we have it is H, which is the lens. So you get your 3 marks just like that. These people, they loved you. I've never seen a May June paper to be as easy as this one. I've never seen. So yeah. Alright, who got 9 out of 9? Thank you so much if you got 9 out of 9. They just want you guys to pass. Today, don't complain. And we just pray that paper 2 is also simple so that you guys were able to pass. Zobza, you talked about the Zobza. The Zobza. I hope that you girls, you passed this question very well. Alright, let's find out. What is E? Remember, in most cases, what we do, we just label each and everything. For example, obviously, this is the bladder, this is seminal vesicle, this is prostate gland, this is vas deferens. We say this is the epididymis, and then this is the urethra, and then this is the testis. So we have been like this one. Also, we're supposed to label each and every part, and then after that, we go to. So we have seen it. So we said the E. We said E is the prostate gland. F, where is F? Where is F? F, we said is seminal vesicle, and then C, we said the C is the urethra. So done. Name the type of gametogenesis that occurred in the. We talked about this, and they say this is it. Even I didn't talk about the oogenesis. I was talking about spermatogenesis. So we said that we call this one spermatogenesis. Obviously, spermatogenesis because you are producing a sperm. Someone is asking me, are we going to do paper 2 tomorrow? We're going to do paper 2 on Sunday. Yes. Because if I say tomorrow, someone is going to watch this video tomorrow. Then you will see on Sunday, and then you say tomorrow, which of is on Monday. So let me just say on Sunday. All right. They're saying that on Sunday, the last I, it will be on Sunday. Yeah. How much percentage of prediction? This time it was 91%. 91% correct. Meaning that if you started with us, you'd have got 91% in your paper. Yes. That is M-side. Alright. Guys, are you there? Thank you so much, guys, for subscribing and liking our videos. Guys, like, you only have small likes like this. How can you do this to me, you guys? Give me a lot of likes, man. Yeah, give me a lot of likes. Yeah, so that I also have so that they like my video. All right, we continue, guys. Anyway, let's continue, and then with at least. We are saying that name the process. We said that it is spermatogenesis. Describe the process mentioned above, meaning that describe the process of spermatogenesis. And it was very simple. The way I told you yesterday that you talk about which hormone is responsible for that, where are they produced, and how many cells are being produced from, being formed. That's it. We don't have stories there. Yes, we don't have stories there. Let me show you from a distinction material book. This is what I said. Simple thing, man. Simple thing when you have known. Okay, I won't say simple thing because simple thing is only for those who have read. This is what I said. You talk about under the influence of testosterone, correct, the diploid cell in the seminiferous tube, correct, you will undergo meiosis to form 4 haploid sperm cells. Simple. You get your 4 marks. And this is exactly what I said yesterday. And I said this. I said, don't bother with this. Just look at this. Go write the paper. Hey guys, yes. Why did I say that? Because I don't want you to be hungry. Epididymis, when have a problem, yes, of inflammation, yes, this is being caused by basically the blockage between where's my pen? Blockage between the testis and the part B. Oh, what is part B? Part B. Oh, the vas deferens. All right. Explain how the effect of the composition. Explain how this affects the composition of the semen. So basically, the semen will lack what we call sperms. There will be no sperms. Why? Because sperms cannot be transported to urethra. Meaning that the semen will only have the secretion of F, the secretion of E, and the secretion of this, but they didn't mention about it. You understand? So it means that the semen will have this the secretion from seminal-vesicle, prostate gland, and the Cowper's gland without sperms. So the semen will have no sperms because sperms they couldn't because they said explain. They will have no sperms because sperms will not be able to be transported from epididymis to urethra. Yes. We are done. What happens when your spelling is wrong? What happens if your name is called in a wrong way? Yes. So think about it, and then but in most cases they give ifts just like, but I don't encourage that. So we did the Zobza yesterday exactly like this. So we are done with that. We did this one yesterday. You see the happiness I have, ne? Is the same happiness I was when I was discussing, and I'm telling you that you guys make sure you watch this. The last minute, the last eye, make sure that you'll watch the last eye in paper 2. Don't forget to subscribe and like, ne? Guys, I want more likes. I'm seeing the likes now. They are coming, ne? Give me more likes, guys. Thank you. All right. They're saying, don't forget to share. Yes. They're saying that identify cell C. Cell C, we say this is a blastula. Let's just label. This is the ovum, because here you have a sperm. So this is the ovum, this is the zygote, and then this is a morula, this is the blastula, it's a hollow ball, and then this is the embryo. You form the outer layer, which you call the chorionic villi. Chorion, which forms the finger-like projection, which you call the chorionic villi, so that now the embryo is able to be implanted. So the outer layer is called what? The chorion. All right. Explain. So what is structure C? We said is morula. What is structure B? It is called the zygote. Explain the difference between A and B. A and B. A, this one is haploid. Ne? While B is a diploid. It's a diploid. Meaning that, what's happening with my pen? Yes, diploid. So, some people maybe said it has 23 chromosomes, while this one has 23 pairs of chromosomes, or 46 chromosomes. Maybe they can also give you, but it's basically this is a haploid ovum, and then this is a diploid zygote. Yes. All right, we are saying that name the fluid surrounding the embryo. It's called amnion, and then give 3 functions. That's what exactly I told you, and I came straight here, and I told you. Okay, I came straight here, and I told you, and even I warned you that please, amnion is not used for nutrition. That's what I said. So. That's the first answer. Against act as a cushion, prevents dehydration, keeps the temperature almost constant, allows free movement. So I'm saying Vera 1/5 out of Vera. We have not yet finished the paper. 1/5, but I see it seems that you were in our class yesterday. If you get 1/5 out of 150, then you were in our class yesterday. Who got 9 out of 9? 9 out of 9. I've not seen a question we have not discussed. We didn't discuss yesterday. I've not seen a question. I've not seen it. Yes. Let's go to the next question. They're saying that now this one, we talked about ovulation. Yes. So this is some of the parts which we don't talk about. Why? Because these are just an AC, of which we change it every day. All right, I see people say, Sabelo, I remember you Sabelo yesterday. All right, they're saying that the basal temperature or basal temperature is the temperature of the body, meaning that the temperature when the person is not doing anything, you are just rest. When you are sleeping, we call it, that temperature is called the basal temperature or basal temperature. And then the metabolic rate, we call it the basic metabolic rate, meaning that that's when all the things are working normally. No exercise. I mean no exercise. Those people who work at night when the lights are off. Alright, I'm not talking about that. They're saying that the basal temperature or body temperature is the body temperature while a person is at rest. An increase above of basal temperature occurs immediately after the day of ovulation. The basal temperature method can also be used by women who want to fall pregnant. Alright, meaning that why do they want to fall pregnant? They say that the temperature immediately increase during ovulation. Then it means that when I see the temperature has increased, that's why they check you the temperature if they want to know that you are pregnant. Alright, so when you see your temperature increasing, please don't tamper with what? Sex. They're saying that the graph below represents the body temperature chart of a woman with 28 menstrual. Alright, let's find out. Let's find out what are they saying. What are they saying? They're saying that basal body temperature at over 28 days of menstrual cycle. Okay, cool. Use the graph. Yes, use the graph to identify the woman. Identify for this woman. That's basal temperature. Which basal temperature? They said it here. Guys, can you feel this? 36.2 degrees Celsius. So that one is done. You get 1 mark. Day of ovulation, we said that the temperature increases when, you understand? Yes, the temperature starts to what? To increase when the ovulation is happening. Yes. So when does ovulation happen? What are they saying? Use the graph or show the day of ovulation. Remember, they said here. They said here that an increase above the basal temperature occurs immediately after ovulation, meaning that if this person here, this person ovulated between 14 and 16. Yes, so meaning that here on 16, then the temperature increased immediately, meaning that it can't go above. It increased immediately. So when did it increase? It increased from day 16. It starts to increase, meaning that this person ovulated on day 16. Yes, I know that most of us, we know that ovulation occurs on day 14. Yeah, but based on this ovulation, it shows that because it happened here on day 16, that's when it started to increase, because they said immediately after ovulation. So it means that on day 16. That's why they said based on the graph. Use the evidence from the graph. Give a reason for your answer given above. It's because we said that here that the temperature increases. An increase above basal temperature occurs immediately after the day of ovulation. Immediately after the day. Yes. Meaning that, so it means that this person after day 16, wait, let's come back here. They're saying that an increase above the temperature after an increase above the basal temperature occurs immediately after day of So if you ovulated here, so this person ovulated on day 15. Yes. So that on day 16 is still is ovulated on day 16. Yes, that's what I wanted to confirm. Ovulated on the day of 16, sorry. So that immediately after this day, the temperature started to increase. So they will give a range of 15 and 16 that a person who got 15, but it can't be day 14 because we have day 15 in between there. If it was day 14, then it would have increased on day 15. You understand? Because that is one day or a day after. You understand? So it means that it is here. It started to increase, starting from 15. So the ovulation took place. The most correct answer is 15, but they can give you even 16. All right, they will depend on the marker. They're saying that if I ovulated on 14th day to 16th day, is it wrong? What was the question? They said the day. I don't know. I don't know about that, but it has a range of at least 15 to 16. Yes. All right. They are saying that use the evidence. Don't forget that there are some discussions which are being done before like the marking, based on the answers also you have given, and then they see that no, the student had some idea about it. All right, we continue. We continue the next question. Use evidence in the graph to give a reason for your answer. So we have seen it. Progesterone is the hormone that causes the increase in the basal temperature. Okay. Explain why an increase in the basal body temperature occurs only after ovulation. Because explain why an increase in the basal temperature occurs only after ovulation. So it means that remember, progesterone is the one which causes this temperature to increase. Then it means that what produces progesterone? Progesterone is being produced after ovulation, converting the empty Graafian follicle into corpuscularium, and then now progesterone is gonna do that. Is gonna do what? Is gonna cause the increase in the body temperature. Why? Because progesterone increases after what? Ovulation. And then once progesterone is being produced after ovulation because of the corpuscularium, yes, then the temperature has to increase after. You understand? Yes. That's why here the what is more. That's why we had to discuss about that. All right, we go to the next question. They're saying that explain why basal temperature is measured when the person is at rest. Why do we have to measure the basal temperature when the person is at rest? Basically here is because all the organs are at rest. We have what you call the metabolic rate is what we call the basic metabolic rate. Basic metabolic rate, meaning that that's when all the organs, they are working normally. Yes, all the what working what normally. Yeah, I think that is it. So explain why the basal temperature is measured when the person is at rest, because that all the organs, they are at rest, so we have less activities which are happening, and then there is basic metabolic rate. All right, we continue the next question. Read. Hearing loss. I'm just reading this comment. Someone is saying, it says day after. It says the day after. Yeah, that's why there is a day, one day, a day after, meaning that the next day. Yes. All right. That's why we say the 15 is most likely, so that it increases. If ovulation occurs on 15, then the temperature will have to it will have to go for the next day. Yes, meaning that 16. Yes. So we will discuss about it. Okay, we are saying that You're saying that there are too many types of hearing loss. Type A hearing loss occurs when there is a blockage in the transmission of sound wave, the vibration through the outer and middle ear. Type B hearing loss is caused by the damage of the hearing receptor and of the inner ear, or the nerves that carry sound impulse to the brain. Okay, now let's find out. Diagram below represents the human ear. What is it? Okay, we see that this is oscars, this is semicircular canals, this is auditory nerves, this is cochlea, and this is the auditory canal. All right. They're saying that write down the letters 2 of each that may be damaged when the person is suffering from hearing loss. Type A, meaning that hearing loss occurs when there is blockage. Remember, they said blockage in the transmission of, so it means that it is T and P. T and P. So that one is then they're saying that, so we said that, so that one is done. Then type B, hearing loss. Type B, they say that caused damage in the hearing receptor. Okay, where is it? So it means that receptor here, and then the impulse in the brain. So what is happening here? All right, so it means that the answer is gonna be, because the inner ear and then the impulse to the brain, so it's gonna be, which letter is this? Which letter is S and R? So this one is gonna be S and R, and then this one we said is T and P. So you get 4 marks, mahala. Identify part S. Part S, it's the cochlea. Yes, they're saying that describe the role of hearing receptor when they describe the role of hearing receptor when they are stimulated by pressure. And remember, the pressure becomes the change, the stimulus. It creates a pressure wave. It makes this one to be changed. So it means that it becomes the receptor receives the stimulus. It converts the stimulus. It converts the receptor. Yes, converts the stimulus into a nerve impulse, which is sent to the brain for interpretation. Explain why the person will suffer from hearing loss if P is fused. We talked about all these things here. P, what is P? Is oscars. So there are 4 marks there. It means that the person, now this one, they have 2 ways in which it can be marked. Number 1, because they say that they are fused, meaning that they can be fused, then it reduces the amount of what? The amount of vibration, or it can be completely no vibration. So it means that here you can say the oscars will not vibrate, or the oscars will vibrate less. So if you have used less, you have to keep on saying less on each. You understand? If you have used no vibration, then it means that you have to use no vibration. No. You understand? So let me use no. The oscars will not vibrate. The vibration, the over window will not also vibrate. A pressure wave will not be created. You see? Oh, now we will see less pressure wave will be created. The over window will vibrate less. You see? If you use less, use less. If you use more, so if you use no, use no. So the oscars will not vibrate. And then vibrate and will not amplify the vibration, and then causing the over window not to vibrate. No pressure wave will be created in the inner ear, that is the cochlea. Yes, the organ of Corti will not be stimulated, and impulse will not be sent to cerebrum for interpretation, and then the person will be suffering from deafness. You see? So if use no, use no. Yeah, you even in my I think is there was no vibration. Yes, so you see it's 4 marks. So you basically you talk about what is supposed to be done, and then it's not going to be done. Why? Because there is fusion of the what of those scores. So I think, guys, yes, 11 out of 11 or 10 out of 11, and then we give one of a benefit of doubt. All right, they're saying that the scientists investigate the effect of different doses on alcohol on the reaction time in humans. Does the amount of alcohol given to the body sorry, not does, a dose. They're saying that reaction time is takes a person to react once the stimulus is received. The procedure was as follow: 230 old. Okay, this one is gonna help us. 230 old male volunteer participated in the investigation conducted 7 days. They did not drink alcohol for a period of 24 hours. They were given different amount of alcohol different amount of alcohol in 4 different days, meaning that they have to repeat it. They repeated the investigation for 4 different days. The reaction time was determined for 30 minutes, and then identify the independent variable, the dose of alcohol. Cool. Dependent variable, the reaction time will depend on the dose of alcohol. Identify the two. Why not the day of investigation? Because this was just to show you which day did they use. You see, and I said that if you can't find it, you go back and then read here. I say the effect of. They say the investigated the effect of alcohol, the effect of different doses of alcohol on reaction time. You see? Yes. All right. Then they're saying that state 2. Oh, you're done with that. State 2. They're saying state 2 variables which were controlled. They had to control basically the age. Yes, they had to control the age. And also, if you look at it here, they say that the age 30, and then they said old male, meaning that the gender was also controlled. So it means that it's gonna be age, and then it's gonna be gender. Yes. Name 2 ways in which the reliability of this result can be improved. Can be, meaning that they would they should increase the number, sample size, don't say sample size, the number of males which use, because they used the 2, so they must use more. You understand? They must use more. And then they can also, they must repeat the investigation for more than one time. Yes, they can also get the average. Yes, the average reaction for each individual, meaning that you do it several times so that you're able to get the average. You see? Yeah. All right. Explain why the participant only receive alcohol every second day. Every second day. Basically, every second day, it is as a result of what? To remove the they call it accumulation effect. Yes, accumulation effect. The reason why is to allow which word? Yes, is to allow alcohol metabolism. Like, so that alcohol which you have ingested, so that you are able to that alcohol is metabolized, so that it does not have an effect on the incoming intake. So to allow alcohol metabolism, so that you avoid what we call accumulation effect or cumulative effect of this alcohol, meaning that the effect from the first intake is passed to the next intake. Yes. So basically to allow alcohol metabolism or to be broken down, yes, by the body, and then also to avoid the cumulative what effect of this alcohol. A male 1 has a body mass of 93 kilograms. Yes, calculate the amount of alcohol in milligrams that consumed on the 7th day. On the 7th day. Oh, they say that each dose per. Look at this unit. Look at this unit. They're saying each per milligrams per kilograms. Meaning that if I have 93 kgs, so each kilogram is for on day 7 is 600. It means that I'm gonna multiply it by 600. Then I get I don't have a calculator here. I get 558. I get 55800. Yes, milligrams per kg of the body mass. Yes, so basically this is amount of alcohol which was ingested. Yes, they said in milligrams. No, in milligrams. Yes, so basically milligrams of alcohol. These are this amount of, I don't know how much is that. Then we are saying that state the conclusion of the investigation. We see that increase in the intake of alcohol, yes, correlate with the increases the reaction time. Increase in the correlation, increase, basically the investigation is being supported that increase in the intake of alcohol increases the reaction time for the individual. Actually, this is basically the practical you people from Gauteng you did. It was about the reaction time, isn't it? There we go. And then they're saying that question number 3, they're saying that, okay, this is a sensory neuron, this is the connector neuron, this is a motor neuron, and then this is the dorsal root, and then this is the ventral root, this is the effector. Then let's start. Give the letter of the part of the dorsal root. Where is the dorsal root? It is C, so we have seen it. Sensory neuron. We say that sensory neuron is A, so we talked about it. Is A, this is C. State the significance of the synapse. We say that allow impulse to move in one direction. Explain the significance of the reflex action. We said it protects the body from further harm. Explain the effect of the reflex act if A is cut. We said A. We say that the person will be able to feel or detect the stimulus, but he won't be able to respond to the stimulus. Won't be able to respond. So that's what we said. You'll be able to detect the stimulus, but won't be able to respond. Meaning that the person will be able to detect the stimulus, the impulse will be taken into the spinal cord, but won't be able to be taken to the effector. Yes, maybe that can also be given a tick. Then they're saying that draw the diagram to show the detailed structure of them. Guys, don't tell me that you disappointed me here when I was talking about the sheath condom, and I said make sure you go when you know how to draw this. And then someone was saying, telling me stories. All right, so guys, you have to draw the motor neuron. Yes, I'm not going to draw. I'm just going to show you here. You need to draw the motor neuron. Yes, you need to draw the motor neuron. Motor neuron, where are you? That's it. That's what they want. Just like that. Cell body, nucleus, maiden sheath. dendrite, cytoplasm, whatever, axon, yes, or you draw it like this, either way, either like that or like that, simple like that. That's what they want. They say that and then you have to tell me that you have to tell us that D is a motor neuron. You mentioning D is a motor neuron structure of, they will give you a mark. Then we go to question 3. Question 3.2. They read the extract below. Okay, let's read the extract below and then we see what are they saying in the extract. They're saying that the people with diabetes mellitus, remember when what I said? And even I forced you to write a spelling of something. Let's continue. They're saying that the beta cells in the pancreas are unable to secrete sufficient amount of insulin. The people are treated with the regular injection. The electronic pumps have been developed as alternative to injections. They pump the insulin into the blood according to different blood glucose concentration. The pump can also be clotting fastened and then to the skin with the adhesive patch. They're saying that these pumps are then infused in insulin through the skin into the blood. Yes, we talked about this. I said that make sure don't miss it. But I'm saying that the group of cells, how do we call the group of cells? We say that, I even say that we call it is lead. That's what I said yesterday. Is lead. Of is lead. Isolate. Yes, is lead. Of, and I said langa hands. Then I said hen or hands. Then I said isolates of lung hands. Isolates of lung hands. Isolates of lung hands. That's how I did it, to tell you that. Oh, make sure that you know it. All right. B is the opposite. What is B now? They didn't ask about B, but is the dorsal root. B is the dorsal root. Did they ask about B? No, man. I said this is dorsal root. Yes, this I was just giving a tick. No, it's not C. This is the ventral root. This is the dorsal root. Someone was saying that B is the opposite. Yes, here the dorsal root, this one is the dorsal root, while the lower one is the ventral root. This is ventral root, while this one is the dorsal root. Why? Even this one, we said that this is called the dorsal root ganglion. Yes. No, I was just saying that this is correct. So maybe I just did it like this. Yes, it is B. This. All right. Thank you. Mobile. Mobile. All right. So we are done with the diagram. So I hope you guys got 13 out of 13 there. Okay. So we're done with this one. The signal for pump. Identify the signal for signal to turn on and start the pumping of insulin. It will depend on the concentration. They say that they said it somewhere. They said it here. It will depend on the blood glucose concentration. Yes, if it is low, because they say that they pump insulin into the blood according to the different blood glucose concentration. So the difference in the blood glucose concentration will signal so that it's able to pump. State why the cells identified in question above have an endocrine characteristic. Why do they call them endocrine characteristics? Because they secrete the substances into the blood. Be specific. They secrete the hormones into the blood. Yes. They say the endocrine, they didn't say exocrine. If it was exocrine, then we would have talked about the enzymes. Describe the effect of insulin on the liver and the muscles. The effect is basically insulin will stimulate the liver and the muscles to convert glucose into glycogen. That's it. That's what I've been saying that. Someone saying 3.1, 3.1, 3.13, 3.13. No, we answered that. 3.13b. Effect of reflex arc if a person is, if A is cut, meaning that the impulse will not be transmitted from the receptor if A is cut, meaning that the impulse will not be transmitted from the receptor to the spinal cord. Yes. I don't know. What did I say? Did I say something wrong? I don't know. Okay, let me just highlight it for you. You say that. Did I skip it? Maybe I skipped it. Effect on the reflex arc if A is cut, meaning that the path. Yeah. Remember that if this is blocked, we will see that the person won't be able to feel, but you will be able to respond. So now if you cut, it means that if the impulse will not be transmitted to the spinal cord. You understand? But it will be transmitted, it will be this one to the effector. Anything in the spinal cord will be able to be transmitted to the effector. Yes. So it means that you won't be able to feel, but you will be able to respond. Yes. So the impulse won't be able to be transported to the spinal cord, but it will be able to be transported to the effector, and then the person will be able to respond. All right. Where am I? So we state the cells. We say that because they secrete their substance direct into the blood, and then the blood can be transported them. And then you say it's basically it's better to say hormones. Describe the effect of insulin on the liver. We say that it stimulates the conversion of insulin. It stimulates the liver and the muscle to convert glucose into glycogen. So basically that's what they want. Explain why the electronic pump are more effective in controlling the amount of glucose in than the injection. Injection, who tells you that you inject? Oh, Memo is saying that I said the opposite. Oh, thank you so much for rectifying me that. Maybe I don't remember what I said. Yes, but maybe I'll replay the video and then I hear what I said. But thank you so much for putting it on attention, bring it to me. The person will feel. Will the person feel if sensory? Oh, that's what I said. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. And Ndombi and in Ngobo. Yeah. That's why I like to discuss these things online, so that sometimes you might say something when your mind is talking about something else. All right. Yeah. They're saying that explaining why electric pump are more effective in controlling the amount of glucose level in the insulin injection. Yeah, because these ones are being triggered by the change in the concentration. You understand? While the injection, you have to wait. Sometimes when you feel like there is a reaction, but sometimes the reaction will not be shown immediately. It might be shown after. So, what can you say when you are answering that question? They say that explain. Where is it? State. Describe the effect. Explain. So you can maybe say that maybe maybe you can say that it is basically easy for them to detect the glucose imbalances in the blood and act. Just like that. Like the machine is able to detect the imbalances. You understand? Yes. And then it's basically act. It releases the insulin is releases immediately, so that now the conversion of glucose to glycogen is done. But the injection, they will tell you that you inject yourself at 2, you inject yourself at maybe before you sleep. You see what will happen if there is an increase, or if there is an increase before you sleep. So the problem will come in. So that's why this one, the machine is much more effective. Yes. Describe the role of the skin. Describe the role of human skin in the thermoregulation on temperature or cold day. That we talked about it yesterday, and we say that this is what we say, that this hypothalamus is gonna detect. It sends the impulse to the receptors, to the blood vessels of the skin, and then we say that the blood vessels will constrict. We call it vasoconstriction, and then we say that less evaporation will take place, and then less blood will be sent to the sweat gland. What am I saying? Okay, before I scroll, let me just explain it. We say that point number 1, when you look at it, point number 1, we say that the hypothalamus is going to detect. That's number 1. The impulse will be sent to the blood vessels of the skin, and then the blood vessels will constrict. I use the example of the shunt, and then we say that the less blood will flow near the skin. You understand? Meaning that less heat is gonna be lost. That part is done. Then we're gonna say less blood is sent to the sweat gland. Okay, the sweat gland is gonna become less active. And then less sweat is gonna be produced. Yes, meaning that it leads to less cooling, meaning that the heat is gonna be conserved, and then the person will be able to survive. So basically, if you go back to our booklet, this is what I said. That's why I made it last, so that I'm able to explain it better. This is it. Yeah, this is it. The hypothalamus is going to be stimulated, and then the impulse will be sent to the blood vessels. The blood vessels will constrict. It becomes narrower. I explained to you this, which we call the vasoconstriction. Less blood is going to be sent to the to the skin, meaning that less heat is going to be lost. Less blood is going to be sent to the sweat gland. The sweat gland has become less active, and then the less sweat is going to be released, meaning that you're going to have less evaporation, and then it means that less cooling of the of the skin. Then you're able to do what? To survive. Yes. So that's it. Yes, you guys saying vasoconstriction still is a mark. It's a mark. Yes. So that is it. Then we go, how many questions we remain? Oh, we have 2 questions. All right. We got the next question. They're saying that knowing the salt level in the blood, can provide information on their health and the lifestyle. Normal salt level in the blood is between 136 and 145. The salt level in the blood below 100. Okay, anything which is below, then it means that it's a problem. Salt level that is below this is a problem. It's an indication that it is hypo. Okay, meaning that low. And then they're saying that anything which is above this, then it is hyper, which means it's above. A group of people with the same diary, okay, they're saying that salt level tested. Use the data below and then determining how many people have hyper. How many people have hyper? They said the moment. How many people have hyper? There are 4. Here I see it is 4. It's only this. And then how many people have normal? Normal, they said here. If you are not this, they said that the salt level below this, if you are not this, from this to this, so meaning that you can't exceed this. So you'll see it is this and also this. So it means that it's going to be 15 and 21. 15 plus 21. So it makes what? 36. Yes, 36 individuals. Someone said vasoconstriction. Yes, it's called vasoconstriction. All right. It's vasoconstriction. Then they are saying that describe how human body increase the salt level below the. So there you described how salt levels are being. So it means that you explain when the level of salt. Let me check. Describe how the body increase the salt level lower than. Yeah, meaning that if you say low, that's what I say, that if whenever you see the word decrease the salt level, meaning that low, the last one must say increase. So it means that you have 2 marks. Then which gland? It means that the adrenal gland will secrete which hormone? Aldosterone. Then what's the function of aldosterone? The aldosterone will bring about the nephron to reabsorb more sodium ion, and then now the salt level will increase and then it goes back to normal. Yes, so basically that's what you're supposed to explain here. Yes. Then we're saying that draw the histogram. This one simple. This is I, D, X, Y, meaning that this goes to X, this goes to Y axis, meaning that you get a scale. Make sure that you don't use these numbers. You say, maybe you can say 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If you just said 4, 5, 15, 21, is wrong. The scale, you're gonna lose a mark for the scale. So make sure that now these ones is supposed to be this side. You understand? Meaning that maybe this one is gonna be lower than 136, then this one is gonna be from 16 to 140. Then you draw. This is 5. You tell us this is 5. You draw it properly. But remember, this is a histogram. You don't leave a space. You don't leave a what? Make sure that your graph, you did not leave a what? A space. Then you go to 15. You don't leave a space. This bar and this bar must be the same. You go to 21, something like that, and then you go to 4, something like that. So you must be in that format. So you put the caption here. It must have the 2 variables, and then you also put the what is here. We said it is salt. You write everything what you see here there, and then you put the number of people. Meaning that is salt. Yes, that's it. And then you get your graph. 6 marks. Then the last question, they're saying that investigation was conducted to determine the response of plant seedling to the light. The procedure was done below. Grain seeds were allowed to germinate into seedling. 1/2 of the seed was planted in the one small pot, and then another half in the another small pot. They're saying that the stem reached the height of approximate 1 centimeter, and then the pots are placed on the disc to clinostat. We talked about the clinostat. The clinostat is an apparatus they have talked about, consists of slowly moving discs when switched on. They're saying both set A and B are placed inside the box, and then openings on one side, only for light to enter. That is unilateral light. One clinostat is switched on and then another is switched off. The apparatus is shown is left for 2 weeks. Then they are saying that identify the growth response to demonstrate above. Remember, it's light, meaning that light. So it means that is phototropism. Right. Then they are saying that in which apparatus A, B was the clinostat switched on, meaning that they will have no effect because it rotates so that it distributes the amount of oxygen. So the answer is gonna be B. Then they're saying explain your answer. Explain your answer, because there is straight growth of what? Of oxygen due to the equal distribution of this oxygen. There is straight growth of the plant straight growth. They are growing straight. Why? Because of the equal distribution of what? Oxygen on the plant. So if the oxygen, if the clinostat is switched on, it means that it won't be able to bend. Then they're saying that explain the growth response of seedling A, meaning that here you just have to explain phototropism. Simple. Phototropism. This, when the shoot is placed and exposed to unilateral light, okay, meaning the oxygen will move to the dark side, okay, and the oxygen the oxygen concentration will be high on the dark side. The dark side will grow faster than the light side, then causing the shoot to bend to the source of light or to the hole. That's it. Yeah, the paper is done. So I expected 150 out of 150. So guys, I think that was the paper. The paper was fair. I am not complaining about this paper. The paper was fair for everyone, so that you are able to pass, get distinction, continue with your life. Thank you so much, guys. 3.5.2. okay, let me check it before I go offline. 3.5. What did I say there? 3.5. 3.5. 3.5. 3.5.2. Where is 3.5 point? Oh, 3.5.2. In which apparatus was the clinostat? Yes, on. Yes, the clinostat was on in B. Yes, I said B. Did I say A? No, I said B, so that it's able to, even that's why I put the B here, so that it's able to grow straight. The answer is B. Yes. So they said switched on. Yes. So the answer here, it is B. In which apparatus A or B was the clinostat switched on? Yeah, it was switched on so that it brings about equal distribution of what? Equal distribution of oxygen. Yes, I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. We meet again in paper 2 on Sunday, so that we smash the paper on Monday. Yes. Anything, let me know. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. It has been MSID as usual, and always as Thundereduc, you know it, that we'll always give you the predictions, and then we'll always discuss the memorandum the same day, so that you're able to judge yourself, and you know how much energy you need to put in the next paper. The reason why we discuss them is so that we give you a clue how much your mark you count here might be plus or minus 5 or 3. Yes, just for small errors or something like that. But you are going to do, sir, is this prediction? Sir, is this a prediction for paper? No, it's not a prediction. The prediction was done yesterday, and then you wrote this paper today. Yes. Thank you so much, guys. See you again in the next class.